Guys, so today we're going to be doing a Tokaboka Abi, where I tell you a story, and it's a made-up by voice, so don't worry, it's not real. Let's get started. So once there lived a family of three. There was two parents, and then they had a little girl named Emma. So Emma was 3 at the time, and it was her first day of preschool. She was starting the first day of preschool, and basically her mom went in her room to wake her up, and she said, "Emma, it's time to get up." Emma wouldn't wake up at first, and then finally she got up out of her bed. "Good morning, Mom," she said. "Good morning, Mommy," she said. And then her mom got her ready for school because she was only 3 and she didn't know how to get herself ready. So after getting ready for school, Emma had so much energy because she was excited for her first day of preschool. So, with that being said, after she got ready for school, her mom dropped her off. "Mom, I'm so scared. What if I don't make any friends?" she said when they got to the school. Her mom said, "I'm sure you'll make friends. You're a really nice girl." She said, "Well," and then Emma said, "Well, I guess that's right." So she walked into the preschool classroom with all the other 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. Good. Then she picked a desk and sat at it. "Good morning, class," said the teacher, Mrs. Adams. "Good morning, Mrs. Adams," said the whole class, besides Emma. Emma was confused. Then Miss Adams said, "All right, guys, so we have a new student today. Her name is Emma. Emma, would you please come up and introduce yourself?" She shook her head no. "Why not, Emma?" "I'm scared." "Don't worry," Miss Adams said. "Don't worry, I'll help you. What's your name?" "Emma Lewinsky," she said. "And how old are you?" 3. "What's your favorite color?" "Pink," she said, and the list went on. Soon it was time for recess. All the kids went outside to play, besides Emma. At first, Emma's teacher, Mrs. Adams, encouraged her to go outside, but then she made her go outside because Mrs. Adams had to eat her lunch. As Emma was outside on the swing, two older boys came up. So the preschool went up to about 5th grade. So it was from preschool to 5th grade. So 2 older 5th grade boys came up to her and started bullying her. Then another girl who was in 5th grade came over to them and told them to stop. If they didn't stop, then if they didn't stop, the girl would. She threatened them that if they didn't stop, the girl would hit them. So they stopped messing with Emma. So then, basically, the girl said, "Do you want to be friends?" And Emma said, "Yeah, what's your name?" She said, my name is Caitlin." And Emma said, "Hi, I'm 3. I'm in preschool." She said, "I'm in 5th grade. I'm 11. She said, "Wow, you're such a big girl." She said, and then Emma said, I wish I had a sister who was 11. "You don't have siblings?" said Caitlin. "No." Soon then, after they made friends, it was time to go home. Caitlin asked if she could come over to her house. Emma said she would have to ask her mom. When Emma asked her mom, Emma said they would set up a play date. Soon it was Saturday morning, and it was time for Emma and Caitlin to have their first play date. "Hi, Mrs. Lewinsky," said Caitlin as she walked to the door. "Where's your mom, Caitlin?" "Oh, she just dropped me off. She told me to go knock on your door and come in." "Oh, well, okay," said Mrs. Lewinsky, aka Emma's mom. "Caitlin," said Emma as she ran to the door. Hi, Emma," said Caitlin. "Do you want to come see my room?" "Yeah, let's play with my toys." "Okay," said Caitlin. Soon, Emma's mom began to get worried because the girls were being oddly quiet in the room. Then she heard a loud bang, and then she heard a loud scream. "What's wrong?" said Mrs. Lewinsky, aka Emma's mom. She ran into her room. What she saw shocked her so much that she jumped back a little bit. Oh my God. If you want to know, before I tell you what she saw, comment down below what you think it is and hit that like button and subscribe. What she saw was Emma's body on the floor and she was stabbed. Then there was Caitlin holding the knife and being creepy. Mrs. Lewinsky stared there in shock. After a minute, she ran, knowing that she would be next. She ran out to her neighbor's house, locked the doors, locked the windows, called the police. Soon Caitlin was arrested and then was put in juvie. Soon, when she turned 18, she would go to prison for life in 15 years. That is the murder of Emma Louise-Kieck. By the way, that is not a true story, so don't worry, that never happened. Alright, now to our next story. There was a girl named Lisa. She was 24 and she lived alone by herself. She never wanted anybody to live with her, or she never wanted to be in any relationship. So, one day, she decided that she would move to a different house because her house was getting old and she had lived there since she was 4, so since she was a kid. So, Lisa found the most beautiful house on the website, house.com, and she bought it. She thought it would be just fine because it was so pretty and beautiful and big. And she liked to have a big house, but she wondered if she should just buy a small house because it was just her. Then she decided that maybe she should go on a date and find a male friend to hang out with. Soon, when she moved into her house, strange things started to happen. Like, one time, when she went into the kitchen sink water turned on when she didn't even turn it on. At first, she didn't think anything of it. But then she started to get a little creeped out when knives started to suddenly appear on the floor when she left out the kitchen and went back in. So, one day, while Lisa was getting ready for work, she noticed something. It was kind of strange. It was like there was something looking at her from above in the attic. She wondered what it was, but she didn't really think anything of it, again, because she didn't believe in ghosts. Soon that night, she woke up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. She was kind of scared because she had seen this theory on YouTube that if you wake up in the middle of the night, that means that something or someone was watching you. So when she woke up, she got scared. But then what made her even more terrified when she ran out the house was this. Guys, before I tell you what it was, make sure you, again, hit that like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell. So what she saw was a black-haired woman with pale skin staring at her. She pushed her and ran out the house. She ran all the way down to her mom's house, which wasn't very far away. She locked the doors and woke up her mom. Mom, she screamed. There's someone in my house and I don't know who it is and she looks really creepy. She said, alright, you can stay here, call the police. When she called the police, they found that there was no one in there. So she got really creeped out. From then on, she lived with her mom and she never lived alone again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. I hope you enjoyed my stories and my video. Love you. Bye.